So there we have Mishima closing. And now we're going to move on to something we alluded to, the Reset Festival. So we're in the 9th edition already. I can't believe it, actually. What is the Reset Festival?
It's an I like to call it an innovative music festival happening at Nijmünster, at the Abbey of Nijmünster. And Abbey always had a strong jazz connection, even when from the very beginning, when they started, they had a lot of jazz concerts. They had different types of jazz series. They had a winter festival called Autumn Leaves. And when Ainoa Achutegui, the director, started, I was happy that she contacted me to talk about ideas to make a new festival, something that we don't have yet in Luxembourg or maybe nowhere else. And we had a very nice moment drinking coffee and exchanging ideas. And what was important to her was also to include the moment of residency. Earlier today, I mentioned the residency I did in Dudelange. Dudelange is a place where jazz musicians do residencies, and Nijmünster is the perfect place to do residencies because they have artist rooms where artists can sleep and stay and work and cook and spend time, and then they have the scenery. You just walk out of these artist studios, and you are in front of this amazing scenery that is. You cannot say that it's not having any effect on you. Also, as I said, if we had recorded that album with Danai in a different period of the year, and I could have added in a different place, it would be a different album, even though playing the same music. The place where you are and the period of the year where you are really important. And
your mental state at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we called it Reset. Normally it's happening the 2nd or the 3rd week of January. This year we had to move it into the 4th week. Also the reason why we call it Reset is because it's after this winter break, after the New Year's, Christmas break. And it's a moment where people are maybe restarting, resetting themselves. The times we did it the 2nd week of January, for many artists it was the first musical moment in the new year that they would do and come with a certain state of mind that is very interesting. I think the first things that you start after a holiday, your first show that you record after the holiday is fresh or has a different feel for you, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. Every show is very special, Pascal.
Of course. And so we decided to do it in January, also because it's a season where less things happen. 9 years ago, there was not a Luxembourg Song Contest yet, more or less in the same period, but it's a different audience, I guess. And the idea was so to have this residency idea connected with jazz and trying out something. And I came up with the idea of inviting eight musicians from 8 different countries, always having a Luxembourger, of course, in the band. And for me, very special that I put together a band. I'm kind of a band leader, but I don't play in the band. So I just put them together, I meet them, we give them all the facilities, we explain them what is expected. There are 3 concert moments at the end of the week expected, and they have to handle with it. It's like we could also have a big brother like experience with it, having cameras and see how the group is going to work, because they don't know each other and they know that they have to function and they have to find a way of making it happen. And
it's like a musical hackathon in a way. You have everybody together there for a condensed moment in time, and they really come up and perform, and it works. So tell us which countries they're from and their instruments.
So this year we invite. I always put together like a puzzle. The first one I invited was Jérôme Klein, our local hero of this year. Jérôme is a drummer, but he's also a piano player. He's also a vibraphone player. He's a composer. He even sings on some pieces of his band. A great musician, and I wonder why I didn't invite him earlier, but there are many great musicians here in Luxembourg. So Jérôme Klein on drums this year. for those who wonder what he's going to play, because he plays so many instruments. Then I invited, as a second musician, the second one I called was a very, very good friend of mine and a close collaborator for a long time in my life, Franz von Schossi, a piano player, German piano player, living in Amsterdam, but having a German passport, so he's the German in this year's band. The other, I don't know the order how I invited them. So there is André Fernandes, who is a Portuguese guitar player. We have Belgium. I remember I didn't know her, and this is thanks to, and I'm not a big fan of Spotify, but I was listening to Spotify, and the algorithm made me hear a clarinet player, and I was blown away by her sound, by her way of playing, by her, wow. And then I looked her up. I first had to find out who she is, because on Spotify you don't see who the musicians are. It wasn't her brand. But I found out that she's called Aurélie Charneux and that she lives in Liège in Belgium. So I didn't have a Belgian musician yet, and I immediately tried to find her phone number and called her and talked about the project, and she was immediately motivated to do it. So I am so happy to meet her and have her here. We invited a Polish saxophone player, she's the youngest in this year's band, because that's also something that we like to do. We have people from different generations working together. I think it's really interesting because many times the young people play amongst them, the old guys, they play amongst them, and here we mix it up, and it's very interesting for everybody. So she's called Marta Wajcik. We also have a younger person from Finland. She's the singer of this year's edition, Selma Savolainen. Then a lady with whom I played quite some concerts. She's an alto player, viola player, Maëlle Desbrosses. She's French and a really cool person. I think she's going to funk it up. She's quite... For an alto player, you say alto or viola in English? I'm not sure.
Alto, you mean viola or the alto?
Viola.
The viola.
Viola. For a viola player, she's very, very punk, and I think she's.
It's not known to be such a punk instrument, so this is unusual.
That's why people have to check her out. And I, last but not least, Grigorios Theodoridis. Everybody can hear he must be Greek, and he's going to play the double bass. Reset is always 3 concerts, 3 evenings, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. And this also came up because I was invited to so many festivals where people let me play more than once. And I always was so grateful when I could play more than one concert. You make a travel, you make a whole arrangement, and you play. And then I noticed for audiences, because for audiences it's really interesting to see musicians in different settings, in very different moments, in different places, in a very short period of time. You start to get to know this musician. So we have 3 concert nights. The first night is a concert night where we call it the jazz crawl night, because we have 3 short concerts of 25 minutes, which is a very special format for musicians, because we're not used to play 25 minutes. We talked about that earlier, so they are stressed because it's 25, so they have to find a system to not play longer. Why do they have to do that? Is because we play a first concert at 7:30 at Nijmünster in Salnik Klecker, 25 minutes, and then we all walk together we take the elevator, we go uptown, and we go to Cercle Cité in the Place d'Armes for a second concert that is going to happen at 8:30. So people who can't do it for the first one, they can also come directly to the Cercle for the second show. 8:30, same procedure. We leave half an hour later, and we all go to Bazaar on the Knoedler, where the last concert will be. The last concert, maybe it's a little more than 25 minutes, because we're going to stay there and celebrate the first night at the wonderful Bazaar.
And we have some tickets available, I believe, for the Saturday night concert.
Yes. So first there will be the Friday concert. The Friday concert is a concert where the 8 musicians play. Everybody plays a solo of 8 minutes. So you get really in touch with the musician for 8 minutes, each one playing solo, which is very, very difficult. Well, for a piano player, he's maybe more used to it than a double bass player. And you're right, we have 3 couples of tickets to offer for the Saturday night concert happening at the Salle Robert Kriebs, the big concert hall of the Neumünster. And there will be 8 pieces for the 8 musicians where they play finally together, and every musician is composing and presenting one of the pieces. So everybody is band leader for one piece and making the other pieces sound great for the other pieces. Voilà.